Swamp Creature, AMR crew, love what you're doing. Listened to your interview a few weeks ago with Milton Allimadi and had a few questions. He said the Tigray people are being attacked on two fronts by the Eritrean and Ethiopian government, and that they are basically the underdogs. However, on the Gray Zone interview from a few days ago, I get a very different picture. The Tigray fighters are actually TPLF, the former government of Ethiopia for 20 years. They are, he said, Milton Allimadi said that. And are apparently very aggressive. They allegedly shot missiles at Eritrea and are pushing south towards the capital of Ethiopia. Any chance you can get a guest on to discuss what's going on? Well, that's consistent with what Allimadi said. I don't know what you mean by underdog. If you're implying they're the underdogs insofar as like we should be rooting for them, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I would side with Milton Allimadi's way of emphasizing things than the Gray Zones on this particular topic.
Yeah, I mean, underdog means different things to different people. In this country, we have a very weird thing with underdogs. Like, I don't know if this is the case anymore, but I lived in Australia for almost a year at one point, decades ago.
Whereabouts?
All over the country, I traveled around.
Oh, right. That's when you were scrounging for money and selling movie tickets.
Yes. And underdogs in Australia lose. They lose. Like they're the underdog, at least at that time, like you lose.
Can you be more specific?
Well, in this country, underdogs are only praised when they win.
Mm-hmm.
In Australia, underdogs were praised when they lost.
What, so like the Cubs for a long time would be underdogs?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Have you ever seen the movie Gallipoli? Like the futility of things is what actually gets you. Like,
are you projecting your own financial struggles from your time in Australia?
No.
I'm
telling you, this was something that I noticed when I was there, because my perception of an underdog was like, if they're not supposed to win and they lose, they're just losers. In this country, if you're not supposed to win and you lose, you're a loser. If you're not supposed to win and you win, you are like, they're the underdog who won. At least in this one other culture at that time, if you were supposed to lose and you lose, you're still like venerated as the underdog.
I don't think your American perception of underdogs true. Like the Cubs is a good example, right? They have a huge, or the Browns as like an underdog. They're still considered the underdog going into their game with the Chiefs, but they're still the underdog
but
after
the perspective on the underdog, like
a real underdog is like in the NCAA tournament when a Cinderella story goes far into the
Cinderella story.
Yeah.
That's my point. That's my point, is that like I can't tell if this person is saying they're basically the underdogs, if that is a value neutral term as opposed to just an assessment of their ability to win this war.
Can you be an underdog after a game? Or after a whatever. You have to probably, because then the Cinderella story is once you win. Like, does the underdog status cease once the game is played?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, well, you were done with defining underdog.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
Yeah, it's just
noble villain.
When I try.
Well, I'm just saying that was just an observation I had, and that's why I couldn't assess what this person was saying about underdog.
I'm done
here.
too.
I'm not saying you should be rooting, like
Someone's gonna play that Spoon song.
Folks, there's more of what you've just saw where that came from. That's if you hit the subscribe and like button. Thank you. Really, thank you.